Girls, in this video we'll do the question that is based on inheritance. The question is, a superclass record has been defined to store the names and ranks of 50 students. Names and ranks of 50 students. Okay, there is a superclass, name is record, name has been given, you will be taking same name record, and names and rank of 50 students you need to store. Okay, and define a subclass rank. Subclass name is rank. To find the highest rank along with the name. This class will be having 50 names and ranks of 50 students. 50 students name and ranks. Okay, in this class, superclass record. And this class is to find the highest rank holder. Okay, so the highest rank along with the name, and the details of both the classes are given. I will send you the question again. I have sent you in the form of PDF. Class name record, record, this is the superclass. Data members of superclass record are name to store 50 names, names of 50 students, and mark rank. This array will store rank of 50 students, and this will store names of 50 students. Then there will be constructor, member functions. This one is having the same name as class, so this one is the constructor. This will initialize the data members, and the data members you know very well, name and rank. Then two functions will be there, one for reading the values to store the names and ranks in the array name and rank, void read values, and the second function will be void display. Okay, this function will be used to display the names and the corresponding ranks. Fine. So in class record there will be two data members, two arrays, one to store 50 names and one to store 50 ranks. Three functions, one will be constructor to initialize data members, second to read value or to store the names and ranks. Okay, and the third one will be used to display the names and the corresponding rank. Now subclass name will be rank. Will be having one data member, index, to store the index of the topmost rank. Okay, index variable will be used to store the topmost rank. Then three member functions. One is the constructor of that class to invoke the base class constructor and to initialize index with 0. Constructor of subclass rank will be used to invoke the superclass constructor and to initialize this variable index with 0. Okay, in this constructor you will be doing two things. You will call the constructor of superclass and index equals to 0. That's it. Now the functions are highest and display. Highest to find the index or location of the topmost rank and stores it in index without sorting the array. Through this function highest, you will be finding the topmost rank. Okay, rank array is there. You have to find the highest rank and without using sorting. Okay, you will not sort the array. Okay, then rank and store it in index also. You will find the topmost rank and you will store that rank within index which you have initialized with 0 in class rank. Now the third is simply to display the name and rank, you will be displaying all the name and ranks through superclass, and name and rank along with the topmost rank and name in this function. Okay, all the names and the corresponding ranks we are displaying in display method of superclass, but there is one more display method, that is in subclass rank. In this we will display only name and ranks along with the name having the topmost rank. So in this ranks display function, we will be displaying name having the topmost rank along with the rank and the name having the topmost rank, and display the name and ranks. This will be displayed through the superclass display method. Okay, we will be calling that. Fine. Now specify the class record giving details of the constructor, void read values and void display. Using the concept of inheritance, specify the class rank giving details of the main function and algorithm need not be written. Remember, if it is written that no need to write main and algorithm, then you are not going to write main. Okay, and in inheritance question in the examination, this will come in the theory portion only, theory paper, not in the practical. Okay, this will be in your theory paper only. In that case, you will not be writing the main. If it is mentioned, you will not be writing main method, algorithm you will not be writing, and superclass also in your question you will be getting that no need to write superclass. Okay, you need to write only the subclass. You can assume that the superclass and its methods are written for you, and you have to declare the subclass only. Okay, but here I am going to write the complete program. Okay, so that you can understand the concept of inheritance properly. But in examination, I will tell you later on how much part you have to write down in your copies. Okay, so first statement will be import java.io.asterisk, then superclass class record brace open, then string, two data variables are there, string name and int rank. Okay, then record constructor. What we have to do in this, we have to initialize. So name, just do this much only. New string, 50 is the size, and in case of rank also 50. Fine. Now the next method is read values. Throws IO exception. Then buffered reader, in short I am writing br equals to new buffered reader within bracket object of input stream reader system dot in. input stream reader within bracket system dot in. Okay, now SOPLN enter the name and rank of 50 students. Enter the name and rank of 50 students. Okay, and you will read the values using a for loop. Int I equals to 0, I less than 50, I plus plus. Okay, and name of I equals to br dot read line and rank I equals to, we need to convert in integer dot parse int br dot read line. Okay, this much we have to do in function read values. Now come to void display in a small, void display. What we have to do in this function, we need to display the name and rank only. So SOPLN name /t, I am putting for the space between name and rank. Okay, then loop, we have to print the integer I equals to 0 less than 50 I plus plus, as we have to print the name and rank from 0 to less than 50. Then SOPLN name we are having within name I, then again for the same format /t plus what is the variable, rank I, rank I. This much we have to do within second function void display, and then close the for, then void display and the superclass. Okay, this much. So this is superclass. Record two variables, arrays declared, one for storing names, 50 names, one to store 50 ranks, constructor created array. Then in read values, taking input from the user 50 names and 50 ranks in name I and rank I. We are using loop there to store the values in array. And in display, we are simply displaying all the names and ranks with the help of for loop. Okay. Now through class record, we have taken input from the user 50 names and 50 ranks, and we have displayed all the ranks and names using display method of class record of super class. Now we have to write the subclass, that is class rank. Okay, now what we will write, extends, it's a subclass, so extends keyword should be there, this is must. Which class this is extending? Record. So super class, subclass, this is the keyword. Okay, opening brace, then one data variable int index, then the constructor rank. What we have to do in this, two things: to call constructor of superclass, that is record, but we call the constructor of superclass by the keyword super. You will write only super. Okay, this will automatically invoke the constructor of superclass. And what next we have to do in this, index equals to 0, that much. Okay, now the function void highest, to calculate the highest rank, to find the highest. So simply we have taken a variable h to store the highest rank, and we assume that the first rank 0 index, that value is the highest. Now we will write a loop from 0 to less than 50. We have 50 ranks. Okay, now what we will do, we will compare, not use sorting. If highest, we have assumed that the first rank is the highest, and we are comparing the first with rest of the ranks. Rank I. Okay, and if any of them is greater than the value of h, then we are storing that rank into h instead of 0th index, and this index will be the index of highest rank. So we are storing rank I, the rank within h, the value of rank I, value at rank I at this index, and the index number into index. Okay, now close, then for loop and the function also. Now the second function is void display. What we have to do in this, we have to display all the names and ranks, that is in the display function of superclass. So we need to call display function of superclass first, and both the classes are having same functions with same name, display. Okay, so how in this case, how can we call the function of superclass? By writing super dot. Okay, we have two display function, one in subclass and one in superclass. So if you have to call the function of display of superclass, you will be writing super dot display. Okay, then we need to print the topmost rank along with the name. So topmost rank holder plus name, and in which we have the index. Okay, the topmost rank holder, name, index. Index is having the index of the topmost rank. So through this statement you can display the name of topmost rank holder. Now close this function display and the class rank. Okay, variable index in subclass constructor, the first statement will be super, to invoke the constructor of super class. These two things are very important. In fact, you can say 3. Okay, index equals to 0, then highest, the very first element we have, suppose that one is highest. We are comparing that with the rest of the values of rank, and if any of them is highest than higher than h, value of h, we are storing that within h and the index within index. Now we have to display all the names and ranks. That's why we have we have called the display method of super through super keyword. Okay, if you are going to write only display, then the this display will be called of subclass. Okay, so you need to call the display method of superclass. You will be writing like this, and then SOPLN this. Okay, but in case of theory, you will give your answer, you will be writing only this much part. Only this much is required. No need to write the record class. Okay, in examination, theory exam, you will be writing the subclass only. Okay, main method is not required, algorithm not required, and this will be mentioned in your question that which part you have to write. You have to write subclass, superclass, main, or whatever. If it is mentioned, no need to write superclass, or you can assume that the superclass and its functions have been written for you, and no need to write main and algorithm. You will not write that. Okay.